Well, after zeroing yesterday in Duncannon, I'm headed out today. My contacts really irritated one eye, so now that eye hurts quite a bit, and I'm wearing my glasses. It was a hat kind of a day, but all is well. Doing a shorter day than I had originally thought. Just gonna do 11 miles to the shelter close to town. I was up quite late last night. We were all hanging out, talking, chit-chatting, and I'm really tired. So, it's also supposed to rain today. It's like 91, so we're gonna go short distance, hopefully beat the rain, beat the heat-ish, and hang out there with a bunch of people. Well, I made a rather foolish calculation in the fact of, I've been out of water for like 2.5 hours, and it is 90 degrees out. And I feel terrible because I am horribly dehydrated. And it is all I have to keep walking to get to camp so I can get some water. Oh, you're good. Anywho, all I can do to get to camp is keep walking, even though I feel like trash. Luckily, I'm only like 2 miles, I think, but it's been a rough 4.5 miles, that's for sure. Very, very slow moving, but we're getting there, and we will try to avoid this problem in the future. Starting off today on an annoyingly cold morning, given the fact that it was 90 degrees and absolutely sweltering yesterday, and now it's so cold. I had my puffy on this morning, getting whiplash from this weather. It's ridiculous, but you know, it is what it is. Be bold, start cold, even though I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt to start with. Headed 18 miles today to actually just the next shelter. There's nothing in between us and there. And then terrain-wise, pretty decent, pretty flat. We're probably just gonna have several good boulder fields, but mostly flat, one little climb. Should be a good day, assuming it warms up a little bit. This wind chills out. We'll be good. What was that? It's a little bird's nest. A little birdie's nest. Well, made it across the flooded beaver dam. Very glad I wore my camp shoes and took my socks off, because when you first look at it, you're like, oh, there's a ton of logs. I can totally make it. And then you start and you totally can't, because you step on that log and they're so not stable, you just slide right off, and then you're ankle deep in muddy water. So got to the other side, put on my shoes, and now headed off. Doing another 18-mile day today to the 501 shelter, which is honestly like a cabin. And there's showers, and you can order pizza to this one. So it's gonna be a great night. Well, hello, Rocksylvania. How are you this fine afternoon? For realsies, this is the trail. This is the trail. Blaze 1, Blaze 2. Everyone kept saying, this isn't so bad. What rocks? Who's calling it Rocksylvania? There's no rocks. There's just normal rocks. You had to jinx it. Now Rocksylvania's coming in with a frickin' vengeance. Headed off this morning on another cool summer day, summerish. The sun is out, which is very exciting because it has been hiding for the last couple of days. It's annoyingly cold, but I guess I would take cold over scalding hot, so that's something. Last night was very odd. That's one thing about being at a shelter that's really close to a road, especially a shelter like this, that it's a fully enclosed, basically house shack scenario. There can be some weird stuff, some weird people that will show up. But we got pizza, got some trail magic stuff. Nobody slept very well, but we were inside at least. I honestly don't know. Trying to find a positive right now because I am not feeling good. Mentally just not sleeping, chaotic. Was really hoping to stay in town, but as of right now there's no rooms left at the hotel, and there's only one hotel, so it's just a chaotic day, and I have 23 miles to hike, and I'm really not looking forward to hiking today, so might be a bit of a slog, but it'll all work out, and it's all part of hiking, it's all part of the trail, all part of the experience. Just hit 1,200 miles. I suppose this means I can start counting down now. Less than 1,000 miles to go. That's a really big number, but still, no more counting up. Time to start counting down. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. These rocks, however, less neat. In other news, I have kind of done some tramily switching. So my original tramily that I hiked with from Georgia all the way to the halfway point, they started to want to do really big miles, crazy days, and I just really was not feeling it. I was not trying to push that hard. I did for a little while, and it hurt. So they kind of took off, and I ran into a different group that I've now kind of joined a part of. Still 3 guys. But they've been a blast for the last little bit, and who knows? Maybe I'll have one tramily for the first half and one tramily for the second half. Interesting turn of events. I am in Hamburg, PA, which is the next town on our resupply. I got a ride in a couple miles early because my ankle is so messed up right now. And I'm starting to favor the other one, so the other one's getting just beat up by these rocks. Plus my back injury is just not happy. So I was falling apart, and I was miserable. Anywho, I'm in Hamburg, getting a hotel, trying to at least. I've been calling every couple hours, seeing if they got space, and just got a call back that they do have a room for me, which I could cry, I'm so happy. Headed that way now. Originally was just headed there to do laundry, so I only have my laundry stuff and take a shower, but now I'll just get settled in and then come back for the rest of my stuff later.
to find a reason, a reason to move on.
Here we are with yet another turn of events. So I sprained my ankle when I was trying to push all those really big days. And then I've been trying to go over all these rocks, but it's been hurting pretty good. So when I got off trail a couple days ago, we zeroed yesterday, and I got a brace, but in the 4 hours we were just wandering around town trying to do chores and stuff, it hurt so badly by the end of the day, and it's all swollen. So I am unfortunately going to Yellow Blaze, get in the car and drive 70 miles up the trail to Delaware Water Gap, which is the end of Rocksylvania and the very beginning of New Jersey, where the terrain should be a little easier. And then I'm gonna sit there and wait for 3 to 4 days for my friends to catch up to me. So I'm gonna sit there, ice, elevate, relax, maybe do a little bit of slack packing on some smaller sections just to keep moving. And hopefully my ankle will be better by then, because right now it's not good. It's really not good. Lots of limping, lots of wobbling, which is also aggravating my back injury. So I'm just a mess, but I'm gonna go hang out for a few days. Bummed about skipping sections, especially because this section seems like it's really cool, really hard with all the rocks, especially because it's gonna rain right now. So it's gonna be really, really slick. And I just know if I trip and fall, which I trip and fall all the time anyway, and I hurt this ankle more, I keep cracking it, I keep rolling on it, I am going to damage it. And at this point, I just need to get to Maine. So whatever I gotta do to get there, I'm gonna do. And if I get to Katahdin and I feel I need to come back and do this section, I can do it later.